Welcome, CMSD family, to another edition of the District Dish. These have been amazing. I get a chance to talk to some of our amazing scholars, learn a little bit more about them, and they get a chance to learn a little bit more about me, and then sometimes teach me new things. And so it's been a great time. And I happen to be at Facing History New Tech today with three amazing scholars. I'm going to have them introduce themselves in a moment. But yeah, really excited to be here. And the Facing History program is a really unique program. Actually, the CEO of Facing History National is a good friend of mine and my fraternity brother, Dr. Blackburn. And so I got a chance to meet with him and some other people that do this program in New York. And they just rave about the model here in Cleveland and how great you guys are. And so I'm just really looking forward to this conversation. So let's meet our scholars for today. We'll start with you.
Good morning. I'm Fatima Osman, and I'm a senior here at Facing History.
All right.
I'm Leo Barczyk. I am a junior here.
Awesome.
I am Alexa Ortiz, and I'm also a junior here.
All right. Well, yeah, this is going to be a really amazing conversation. We have all upperclassmen. You're coming up on the final weeks. With that, let's get started talking about the summer. The summer is coming up, and just want to know what your summer plans are. You know, whether you're working, doing school, getting ready to go to school, or what's next. So, yeah, we'll start with you.
Well, this summer, I'll either get a job here in Cleveland, or just a summer job, or I'd like to get a job at the university I'll be attending next year.
Okay, and which one's that?
Syracuse University.
Woo, Syracuse, that's amazing. Yeah, awesome. I have a lot of good friends who graduated from Syracuse, and New York is just amazing. So don't forget about us when you go and do amazing things. So yeah, awesome. Leo.
So first, I'm having an internship at the Cleveland Clinic on main campus.
Awesome.
For the entire summer, and then the last week of summer I will be going to the University of Southern California for a week-long shadow event where I'm just following around students and seeing what's going on. I will have my own dormitory and everything.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they have a really amazing summer plan. With the Cleveland Clinic, which division will you be in?
I'll just be on main campus. I don't exactly know which division yet. They said that they're going to email me later on and tell me which division.
Are you an aspiring health career? Yeah. Okay, awesome. That's going to be an amazing experience. And Alexis?
I'm thinking about getting a job this summer, and if not, just focus in school until I'm done.
All right, yeah. What kind of job are you looking for? It just can be, yeah.
For now, I just want to get like a job, like type of Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Or any fast food.
Yeah, it's good. Make some money this summer and just getting a chance to get ahead. So that is amazing. They all have really great plans this summer. They'll be really productive, and so really excited to hear that because a lot of times our scholars don't have a plan for the summer, and the summer months are so crucial. Whether it is you're deciding to work or further, your schooling, it's just really important to stay active. Because without any activity, sometimes that's when trouble can sometimes happen. So I'm glad that all of you guys have a plan, and if you need help with anything, feel free to reach out to me or anyone within our district. We can help you make some connections. So, all right. So, going with that, of really thinking about this support and things that the district can do, I want to hear, your honest thoughts of what the district can be doing to make your life as a student easier.
I feel like some of the things that the district can be doing is focusing more on what the students need. I feel like a lot of times it's what does for the district's image.
Oh, the district's image.
Yeah, rather than what the students need personally.
What are some of those things when you think about like what students need versus like the district image?
I think students need a safe place to be. I feel like a lot of students, they may not have a safe home life, and a school can be like a safe place to just go.
I heard that the last time I was talking to students who were talking about all students feeling seen, heard, safe spaces for students based on their identity or even allies for different affinity groups. And so that resonated with me. And so hearing that again, that's really helpful. Yeah, Leo?
Again with the safety, but more on the fact that like some buildings are almost crumbling. So like
We happen to be in the nicest room probably of this entire building. So
yes.
yeah.
Like as you've probably seen, our hallways are looking a little
Yeah.
janky.
Yeah, need
So-
some tender love and care.
So maybe just like a little bit more on the fact that we need better facilities
Mm-hmm.
rather than focusing only on our safety.
Yeah, so no, I like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just the safety and the building again.
yeah,
I feel like at some point this building might just fall apart.
yeah, yeah. So really, the facilities and
Yeah.
how has it been? I mean, so have you guys all been here? Like, have you been here all 3 years, the two of you
Yeah,
guys, and you've been
yes.
here all 4 years? How have you navigated going to school in a building that is not only just could be falling apart, it gets really hot. I realized that last week I was doing a visit here, and it's just now 70 degrees, and the hallways are really hot. So those 80, 90-degree days, they get really hot. How have you guys managed that and also still been able to focus on your schoolwork? I'll start with you, Alexis.
Well, I mostly try to like ignore everything. I just act like it's just another day. Just try my best not to pay any attention to the heatness in the classes, and just really try to focus on my work more than anything else.
Yeah.
So pretty much the same thing, except for the fact that I sweat bullets. I'm a sweater.
You and me both. So yeah, they know. So I'll finish a workout in the morning, and I'm going to the next meeting, and I'm just like sweating bullets.
Yeah.
And so I get
Yeah.
we struggle together, brother.
Like if you could ring me out, it would be a bucket. But it's like it just gets really hot, and sometimes where I just need like I will come in here because
Yeah.
this is one of the cold rooms,
Yeah.
or I'll go to another cold room and just chill out because I need that time, and
Yeah.
I'll still do my schoolwork while I'm chilling out.
Yeah. Wow.
I think kind of to go off what both Leo and Alex said, that it kind of becomes a part of your everyday. So you can either go about your day and ignore it, or like Leo over here, it'll distract you from your work and it'll kind of like set you back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really helpful. We are looking at our facilities, and when we think about the work we have ahead of us, we have to look at our facilities, which buildings need to be upgraded. Also, when we look at our facilities, we have smaller schools. I mean, you guys are probably one of our smaller high schools, and there are benefits to being a small high school, such as like the personalized education, probably knowing everyone. It's a family atmosphere. One of the things I loved on the visit was that you guys have a birthday bulletin board, and I'm like, oh, how cool is it that if you go to a high school and everyone can get recognized in their birthday month because it's that small. So those are some great things about a small school. Some of the drawbacks of a really small school is you guys don't get a chance to get all the programs, or maybe don't get a chance to experience all of the range of sports, activities, and the arts as some of the other schools. And so we have to think, when we think about building efficiencies, we have to look at that. So those are some things that are coming up. So I'll turn it to you guys. I know you guys have some questions.
Right, just to start us off here, what was your first job?
Yeah. So my first job, I mean, aside of like when I was in elementary school, like shoveling snow, cutting grass, I did that like going, but in the summer, my mom was always just like, you can't just be sitting on the couch, get out there and do something. So like going door to door, asking if people wanted their grass cut, I did that, and doing yard work. But when I got in high school, my first real job, I would say, was working at JCPenney. And so that was my high school job, and also my job when I came home from college during the summer. And so JCPenney always is near and dear to my heart. Even once I graduated college, before I started working for the Illinois Senate right out of college, that summer I worked for JCPenney. So it was always a place to go back to. And both my sisters worked for JCPenney. So JCPenney helped the Morgan household a lot. So
Did you always want to be a superintendent of a school district?
So I would say no. Now, teacher, yes. When I was younger, I really loved all things school. So I used to play school, and I was really embarrassing about playing school because I would make report cards for my siblings. I would make report cards for my friends in the community, Hope Parent-Teacher Conferences. And like I had them like handing them out, and would just be really into it. So when I became a teacher, people were like, "Oh, we should have known that you were going to become a teacher." But that's not what I majored in college for. Actually, when I was going throughout high school, I was discouraged from going into education because people said, oh, there's no living in being a teacher, which isn't true. There's actually great pathways. I do believe our teachers and, there's many people in education that always, deserve to get, more in terms of pay, but there's also great pathways in terms of pay in education. But I was discouraged from doing it and went to college, and I was psychology pre-med. And it wasn't until my senior year when I was a student body president in college and met 2 United States presidents that told me to get involved in policy. And when I got involved in policy, I started working in education policy, and that's how I got into education. So, yeah, that would be my answer. But in terms of being a superintendent, even up until last year, people were encouraging me to apply for different roles. And when this one came open, the former CEO, Eric Gordon, he gave me a call and was like, hey, you should really consider this. I worked in the district before, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it because this job is very rewarding, but it's also really challenging. But I'm glad I put my hat in the ring, and I'm so blessed to be here.
So, taking into consideration that many other local school districts are open enrollment,
Yeah.
how do you plan on promoting and advertising CMSD as a whole and even individual schools?
Yeah, that's a great question. It goes to this point where I was talking about we have work to do on our facilities and our long-term planning.
Right.
The great work that the district has already done and the Cleveland plan has done is to create many different choice options. So students in CMSD have options across the city to go to, but not all options are quality options, and not all options lead to have a pathway that students can lead to something after graduating high school. And so the best way I think to advertise our system and to draw people into the system is making sure that every school has something very unique about it and also has a draw as to why they would want to go to that school and what is unique about that program. And we need to make sure that across our city, it's not the haves and have-nots. And no one intentionally did that, but as I go and visit all of our schools across the system, I see some schools that have great facilities, great programs, many different credentialing programs, and then others that literally have nothing, or the facilities are really struggling. And so we have to really think about how does that look like across the board and making the system more equitable.
So there's been talk of the district putting a levy on the November ballot to help the financial deficit, right? A levy renewal was just passed in 2020. What is the plan, and how are you going to convenience voters to pass this new levy?
Great question. So you probably have heard from presentations I've done this year that the district is facing some financial challenges. We had we received ARP ESSER dollars, which they were federal relief dollars that every district had, and we received over $500 million of ARP ESSER dollars, nearly $500 million of ARP ESSER, and all of those funds end this school year. And so since they end this school year, it caused us having a bit of a financial challenge in the district. And we have work to do. We have, new curricular models we need to look at. We have facilities we need to improve. We have staff that are feeling they want to make sure they're getting paid, fairly. So all of these challenges that are emerging, and we still have to really make sure we have a balanced district, because if our budget is not balanced, the state can take over. So we had to make some decisions, some really tough decisions. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had to do a reduction of force at central office of 12.6% of our staff at central office. That was very tough, because these are really great employees, great workers. And I hope if the opportunity opens up that those are people we can welcome back into our system at one point. We also had to roll back on some of our programs. And then we also just tentatively reached an agreement for our teachers' contract. So that's a good thing in terms of reaching that agreement. The challenge is, with all that work that we had to do, we still need to make sure in the future our budget is balanced. And so that is why we're looking at a community ask or a levy. And right now what I'm doing is I'm having those conversations with members of the business community, members of the community in general, just to make sure people understand our challenges. But more than our challenges, people need to understand where we're going and some of the plans we have to really make our system a great system and a safe system. So. I think those are the questions we have for today. 3 incredible scholars that I'm just so proud of, not only just for their accomplishments, but as you can hear and see from their stories, very self-aware, very strong leaders, and I'm just humbled and honored to see where life takes you. You guys are the future, so you guys will be leading us and are the next generation, and just how self-assured you are and how you're thinking about your future, I know we're in great hands. So this has been an amazing another edition of the District Dish, where we unveil the district stories one dish at a time. This is once again Dr. Morgan, and thank you for tuning in today.